Imagine boarding a ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and finding dinner still on the table. The cargo untouched. The crew's belongings exactly where they were left. The captain's log still open, but every single person on board has vanished. No blood, no bodies, no signs of a fight. Just an empty ship drifting silently through cold Atlantic fog. In 1872, the merchant vessel Mary Celeste was discovered abandoned near the Azores Islands. The captain, his wife, his young daughter, and 7 crew members had disappeared without a trace. More than 150 years later, nobody fully agrees on what happened aboard that ship. Welcome to Night Archive. The Mary Celeste was a merchant brigantine carrying over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol from New York to Italy. The ship was captained by Benjamin Briggs, an experienced sailor respected by his crew. He was joined by his wife Sarah and their 2-year-old daughter. On November 7, 1872, the ship departed New York Harbor and entered the Atlantic. Everything about the voyage appeared normal. The crew was experienced. The weather was manageable. There were no reports of conflict or danger. But something happened during the crossing, something severe enough to make every person on board disappear. On December 4th, another ship called the De Gracia spotted the Mary Celeste drifting aimlessly near the Azores Islands. At first, the vessel appeared damaged but stable. A boarding party climbed aboard to investigate. What they found made little sense. The cargo remained untouched. Food and water supplies were still on board. The crew's personal belongings had been left behind. The ship's lifeboat was missing, but there was no evidence of violence or piracy. The captain's final log entry had been written only days earlier. Then suddenly, nothing. The deeper investigators looked into the Mary Celeste, the stranger the mystery became. One pump aboard the ship had stopped functioning correctly, leading the crew to possibly believe the vessel was taking on dangerous amounts of water. But later inspections revealed the ship was still seaworthy. There was no major damage capable of sinking it. Some experts believe alcohol fumes from the cargo may have caused fear of an explosion. Others suspect a rogue wave or sudden storm forced the crew to abandon ship temporarily. But if that happened, why was the ship left in such an orderly condition? And if you enjoy strange historical mysteries and unexplained events, subscribe to Night Archive for more stories history still cannot explain. Because the disappearance of the Mary Celeste only becomes more unsettling from here. Over the decades, countless theories have attempted to explain the fate of the Mary Celeste crew. Some blamed pirates, despite the complete lack of violence or stolen cargo. Others suggested mutiny, insurance fraud, or even supernatural explanations. One theory claims the crew abandoned the vessel after hearing strange sounds caused by alcohol vapors inside the cargo hold. Another suggests rough seas separated the crew from the ship after they temporarily escaped using the lifeboat. But no theory fully explains every detail, especially why experienced sailors would abandon a stable ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Today, the Mary Celeste remains one of history's most famous maritime mysteries. The ship itself survived, but every person aboard vanished into the Atlantic forever. No confirmed trace of the captain or crew was ever discovered. More than a century later, historians still debate what truly happened aboard the drifting vessel. Was it panic, a natural disaster, human error, or something far stranger? The Atlantic Ocean has always hidden secrets beneath its surface. And perhaps the greatest secret of all is what happened aboard the Mary Celeste.